Hey guys, so here's your guys' homework on solving rational equations. Okay, 2 through 20 even, and number 16 skipped. Okay, so first for this one, you guys, we know n cannot be 0, or it can't be, because if any of these denominators were 0, you guys, then you would have a fraction that has denominator 0, which is not possible because that makes it undefined. So we have that, and the LCD for this problem, you guys, is 2n to the second. So what we're going to do is multiply this whole thing by 2n to the second. For the first one, n to the second will cancel, and I'll just leave a 2 times 1 up top for just a 2. Next, we multiply these together, you guys. It'll cancel 1n from top and bottom, so we'll have an n up top. So 2n times this 1 will just leave you guys with 2n, and then 2n squared times this one, you guys, 2n squared, all of it cancels, so all you're left with is just a 1. And then you solve for n, you guys, so subtract 2 from both sides, and then divide both sides by 2. For n is equals to negative 1/2. And make sure it doesn't match up with that, because that's where you guys get extraneous solutions. Number 4, b cannot be 0, and the LCD is 4b to the second power. So remember, if you guys multiply by the LCD, hypothetically, or in reality, every single denominator should be eliminated. So we multiply this one to this one, so the 4b squares will cancel, so all that's left would be b plus 6. This times this, you guys. Now pay close attention. The b to the seconds cancel, right? And the 2 also cancels with the 4, and there'll just be a 2 remaining there, right? So you guys, what is 2 times 3? That would be 6. So for that one, we'll have a plus 6. Next, 4b to the second times this, you guys. Well, b to the seconds will cancel, and the 2 will cancel off with this for you guys, and there'll be a 2 here as well. So what we really have is what's 2 times b plus 4. We'll distribute the 2 to both of these. So 2 times b is 2b, 2 times 4 is positive 8. And then you guys just go from here. So combine like terms there for b plus 12. Get constants on one side and variables on the other. So I'm gonna put my variables on the left hand side. So subtract both sides by 2b. And then subtract both sides by 12. Negative b equals negative 4. And then divide both sides by negative 1. And b is gonna equals to 4. Okay. 6. X cannot be 0. The LCD is 6x to the second. So multiply this whole thing by 6x to the second. These cancel, so all that's left for that one is a 1. This times this, you guys. Okay, so 1x gets canceled from top and bottom. So we'll have a 1x up top. This 6 and this 2 can cancel, and what's left is just a 3. So 3x times 1, you guys, that will give you guys 3x. And then lastly, this times this, you guys, 6x squared cancel. So it's just going to be plus 7. Solve for x, so subtract 7 from top and bottom to get negative 6 equals 3x. Divide both by 3. And x is going to equals to negative 2. Let me verify that's correct, and that is correct. Okay, now number 8. Okay, now I see for us even to start, you guys should always factor what you can. And from both of these, I see you guys can factor out an m to get m times n minus 1, and this one m times n minus 1. Okay, so m it cannot be 0, because if you plug this into 0, you guys, you're going to get 0, and m cannot be 1. Because if you guys plug in 1 into here, 1 minus 1 is 0. So LCD is m times m minus 1. So we're going to multiply this whole thing by m times m minus 1. So you guys multiply this times this. The m and the m minus 1 cancel, so all that's left up top is just a 1. This times this, you guys, the m's cancel. So we got m minus 1 times 1, which is just m minus 1. And this one, you guys, times this, the m times m minus 1 cancel, so all you guys are left with is a 5. So combine like terms, 1 minus 1 is 0, so we just have m equals 5. M is equals to 5. Okay, so there's that. Number 10. So we need to factor this, you guys. So we're going to get r minus 2 times r minus 5. So first, r cannot be 2 and it cannot be 5, because it'll make it'll make the denominator equals to 0. So the LCD, that's r minus 2 times r minus 5. So we're going to multiply the whole thing by the LCD. So here times here, the r minus 2 cancels, so that just leaves r minus 5 times 1 for just r minus 5. This times this, you guys, r minus 2 and r minus 5 cancel, so that just leaves a 1. And on this side, you guys, this times this, r minus 2's cancel, so all that's left is r minus 5 times 6. So r minus 5 times 6, you guys, is that. Combine like terms there, so r minus 4, distribute the 6 to get 6r minus 30. Get constants on the right hand side, get constants on one side and variables on another. So I'm going to put my variables on the left hand side. So subtract 6r from both sides, and I'm going to put my constants on the right hand side. So then divide both by -5, and that should be our answer. R is equal to -26 all over, positive 26 all over 5. A negative divided by negative is a positive. And let's just make sure that's the right answer, and it is. Okay, number 12. Ooh, nice. R cannot be 0. The LCD is 5R. So multiply the whole thing, you guys, by 5R. This times this, the 5R's cancel, so that just leaves R minus 4. This times this, you guys, the 5R's cancel, so that just leaves a 1. And 5R times 1, you guys, that's just 5R. So I'm going to move my variables to the left-hand side to get -4R minus 4 equals 1, and I'm going to add 4 to both sides to get -4R equals to 5. Divide both by -4. R is equals to -5 fourths. 14. Okay. Something we can factor, right? We can factor out of x to get x plus 2. So x cannot be 0, and it can't be -2. It cannot be 0. It cannot be -2. So the LCD will be x times x plus 2. So then multiply this whole thing by x times x plus 2. So this times this, you guys, will just be that. So x times x plus 2. This times this, you guys, the x times x plus 2 cancel, so you guys just have a 1. And this times this, you guys, these x cancel, so you guys have x plus 2 times x minus 1. So that would be x plus 2 times x minus 1. So we're going to have x squared plus 2x there. Double distribution here, so x times x squared, x times negative 1 is negative x times x is, or 2 times x is positive 2x, 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So on this side, we gotta combine like terms, right? We gotta combine like terms. Gotta move it over here. So we got x squared plus 2x is equals to x squared minus x minus 1. So if we subtract x squared from both sides, they cancel. So we have 2x equals negative x minus 1. If we add x to both sides, we get 3x equals negative 1, and divide both by 3, x equals negative 1/3. Let's check to make sure that's okay, and it should be x is equals to negative 1. So where do we face problems? So we have that 1, that should be negative 2, negative x, 2x, negative 2. Oh, this should be a positive x, you guys. So if that's a okay, that makes it a whole lot better. So sorry, this is that should be a positive x, so this would be minus x. Oh, there we go. X equals negative 1. My bad. But that's 14. That's 14. Skip 16. Okay, 18. So, well, a can't be negative 3 and it can't be negative 2. So, if that's the case, and we got the LCD is a plus 3 times a plus 2. So we're going to multiply that by the LCD. So from here to here, a plus 3's cancel. So we just have a plus 2 times a minus 2. This times this, you guys, that will be negative of a plus 3 times a plus 2. And then this times this, you guys, a plus 2's cancel, so it's just 3 times a plus 3. Okay, so this is where we gotta do some double distribution stuff, right? So a squared minus 2a plus 2a minus 4 minus a squared plus 2a plus 3a plus 6 equals 3a plus 9. So these cancel. This negative sign's gotta distribute to all that stuff. So we're gonna get a squared minus 4 minus a squared. Okay, you guys, 2a plus 3a is 5a. So put a negative sign on that. Negative 5a minus 6 equals 3a plus 9. So a squares cancel now. This negative 4 combines with negative 6 for negative 5a minus 10 equals 3a plus 9. And now I'm going to move it over here because I'm running out of room. So I'm going to subtract 3a from both sides, you guys, getting my variables on the left-hand side. And I'm going to add 10 to both sides to get my constants on the other. Divide both by negative 8. A is equals to negative 19 over 8. Hopefully, and I got it. Okay. And then last one, you guys. Okay, this, you guys gotta factor out n squared to get n plus 5. So a, or n, it can't be 0 and it can't be negative 5. So our LCD for this problem, you guys, is n to the second times n plus 5. So multiply both sides by the LCD. So this times this, you guys, they cancel. So all that's left there is just a 5. This times this, you guys, eliminate the n plus 5. So that just leaves a 4 n to the second. And this times this, you guys, eliminate the n to the second, and you guys just get n plus 5. And now you guys solve. So let's subtract 5. You guys get 0 equals 4n squared plus n. So something here, what you guys could do is you can factor out a n to get 4n plus 1. Now remember, we have factors. Now set both of them equals to 0. And then solve for n here. Subtract 1 to both sides, divide both sides by 4. N is equal to negative 1/4. Now this is where we're going to get an extraneous solution. Now pay close attention. Do you guys see how we found the answer to be n is equal to 0? But remember, in the beginning we said n cannot be 0. So this is what you guys call an extraneous solution. It's an answer you guys get in the process, but it cannot be a solution to our problem. So your only answer is n has to be the negative 1/4, which we will discuss in the future. Okay, so hopefully this helps you guys out, and good luck going about these problems. Okay, peace.